Howdy, welcome to Cooking with Chef Fletch, where we are dedicated to cooking, learning new recipes, and having fun along the way. I invite you to subscribe, share, and leave your comments as we travel together on this culinary journey. The recipe, ingredients, and directions will be in the description below. And with that, let's grab our knives, straighten our chef hats, and start cooking. Well, welcome guys. I was looking over my playlist of previous videos and I realized I have not made any breakfast dishes. So today we're making baked breakfast tomatoes. Now we're going to do it two ways. I love breakfast casseroles, so mine's going to be like a breakfast casserole inside the tomato. My wife loves bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches with tomatoes on it. So the other two we're going to make kind of like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich minus the bread. So let's get our ingredients out and we'll get started. So let's go over our ingredients real quick. First of all, we've got tomatoes. I've got 4 of them. I'm going to make 2 my way and 2 my wife's way. Then we've got Fletch Jr. was hanging out in the eggs. We've also got 4 eggs. You want to go back in the eggs? Okay, there you go. You hang out with the eggs. So we've got 4 tomatoes, 4 eggs. Now for mine, I'm going to be using cheddar cheese. So I've got some block cheddar cheese as well as some shredded cheddar cheese. For my wife's, she's going to have Colby Jack cheese in hers. So we've got some block Colby Jack and some shredded Colby Jack. Now back to mine, I'm going to put some ground sausage in mine, as well as some shredded hash browns. My wife's is going to have some chives and mayonnaise. That's what's different about hers, chives and mayonnaise. Now both of them are going to be getting bacon in it. We've also got salt and pepper, because we're going to salt and pepper as we go, as well as olive oil to drizzle on our baking dish that we put our tomatoes in. So I know I told y'all this is a baked dish, but we do have to do some cooking on the stovetop. So we got to brown our sausage, so we're going to get it in our skillet. Get that turned on. We're just going to brown the sausage. Got the stovetop on medium. We'll just get this browned. Take about 5 to 6 minutes maybe. It's only 2 ounces of sausage, so it's not going to take long to cook. So our sausage is just about done. So we're going to take it out of our pan and we're going to put it on this plate that I've got lined with some napkins. And we'll just let that sit and get rid of the grease. Now let's go ahead and get our bacon thrown in this pan. So I got 2 strips of bacon that I cut in half. So we're going to throw this in our pan and get them cooking. Those will cook about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And you gotta love the sound of bacon sizzling. Our bacon's just about done. We don't want to get it fully crisp because it is going to cook further in the oven on the tomatoes. So we're going to get this moved over to our napkin with our sausage, and then we'll get on to move it. Then we'll move on to working on our tomatoes. Let's get our tomatoes ready. So we're just going to cut off the top. Just using a paring knife, cut off the top. And then we're going to grab a spoon. Oh, first, we got to use that paring knife a little longer. We're going to cut around the tomato. Get all that inside just loosened up. Then we'll take our spoon and go ahead and scoop out the inside. Well guys, I'm going to get this one hollowed out. I'll get the other 3 hollowed out, and then we'll move on to getting them filled up. We got all of our tomatoes hollowed out, and just a pro tip for you, I had this bowl that when I was hollowing them out, I just put all the insides in that bowl. It's a good pro tip. So you can, if you're having a bunch of scraps, you can have a bowl or a bag. That way you don't have to keep making trips back and forth to the trash can. But let's get these tomatoes. We're gonna get some olive oil drizzled in the bottom of our baking dish. And we're just gonna set those tomatoes right inside the baking dish. This cutting board out of our way. So let's first of all start with mine. Like I said, I'm doing cheddar cheese, so we're gonna put a cube of cheddar cheese in 2 of them, and then the other 2 will put a cube of the Colby Jack for my lovely wife's tomatoes, and in hers we're gonna put a little bit of chives down there by the cheese. Then we're gonna get some eggs. We're gonna just crack some eggs inside of our tomatoes. Oh, look. I'm glad I had that bowl for scraps still, because I got eggshells scraps now. So I'll just throw those in with the tomatoes that I scooped out. So we'll crack an egg in each tomato shell. Now then, we're gonna go ahead and salt and pepper. I grabbed the pepper first, so we're gonna just do a little pepper, do a little bit of salt right over our eggs. Like I said, we're gonna salt and pepper as we go. So, in the 2 that are mine, we're gonna take our sausage. Gonna put some sausage, about half the sausage in each of them. Hold this bacon. Scrape the rest of that sausage in that one. Also in mine, we're going to put the hash browns. So put the about half hash browns in each. And then we're going to go ahead and salt and pepper over top of them hash browns as well. Like I said, just salt and pepper as you go. That way everything gets seasoned. Now then, in my wife's, we're going to put a little bit of mayonnaise. Just about half a tablespoon in each. So we got that. We'll throw the rest of the chives that we got cut up into hers. Just a little bit more chives for her. And then we're going to take our bacon. So these are bacon halves. I'm going to go ahead and tear them in half one more time and throw bacon on top of each of those. There's a little more sausage than I get. Now in mine, like I said, we're doing, throwing cheese everywhere. We're doing the cheddar cheese, so we'll just put it right on top of the bacon. Oh, that didn't all come out. There we go. And on hers, we're doing the Colby Jack cheese. So about half the cheese on each. Now I preheated my oven while I was cooking the sausage and the bacon. Preheated it to 350. We're going to pop these in the oven. They're going to cook for about They're going to cook for about 25 minutes in the oven, and then we'll get them out and have some yummy goodness. They just came out the oven. Going to get them on our plate, and then we're going to taste them. Looks like some yummy stuff here. All right, grab one of mine. There's one of mine. Throw one of my wife's on this plate as well. Can we get one? There's one of hers. Honestly, hers with the Colby Jack I think looks a lot better with melted cheese because it's got the white and the yellow. But I'm betting mine's going to taste better because of that sausage. We'll have to dig in and find out. Fletch Jr., which one should we try first? Should we try mine or should we try Julie's? I think I am going to try mine first. The egg is really runny, so I might have needed to cook it a little longer. But it looks cooked, it's just over easy. So guys, I cut into those first ones and they were definitely over easy. So these other two that I cooked, I threw back in the oven for another 15 minutes. Let's cut into them and see how they look. Oh yeah, it's definitely cooked. It's still a little over, probably about over medium. Of course, that could just be some of the juices from the tomato. So definitely, if you want it a more solid egg, throw it in for, let's say we did 25 minutes the first time and I added 15. So do it for about 40 minutes. And your egg won't be quite as runny as it was on that first batch that I did. That first batch, it was just egg yolk everywhere. They were super runny. But I'm gonna try this, see how it tastes. You get a little bit of bacon, a little bit of hash browns and sausage. Gotta get a little bit of it all. Cheese. Bacon. Come on, bacon, cooperate with me. That one with the sausage, definitely good. I'm gonna cut into this one that was my wife's version. See how it tastes. Oh yeah, that egg on that one is definitely over hard. The yolk's not running at all. That's probably the way she wanted it. You do have some juices coming out of the tomato, so it's still a little runny, but it's not from the egg this time. Let's see how hers tastes. Well, that one you definitely get the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich minus the bread. It's actually pretty good. Can't decide which one I like the best. I love sausage, so that one is kind of leaning my way. But that one has a good sandwich taste to it minus the bread. But if you try them both, let me know which one you like best in the comments below. And remember, until next time, cooking should be fun. So have fun with it. We'll see y'all next week.